Hello and welcome back everyone to Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this episode we'll be continuing on with the Woo campaign as we get to explore the camp. A majority of the things that you can do in the camp are mostly related to getting lore bits of information from the various NPCs thrown about, as well as buying and selling weapons. You don't really need to purchase any of these weapons because they're very low quality, but selling weapons can get you a decent amount of cash that you will need for the weapon crafting system. That is not a thing I will be going into or exploring because we're running a new game. We're effectively running a new game plus file where I've already done most of the weapon purchasing and refining that I want to do. So, and most of that just involved me getting a decent level 4 weapon so I could actually farm the 5 and 6 specials. Yes, and now Sunsei is questioning why we are helping Dong Zhuo because Dong Zhuo is an asshole. And as Jian mentions, yeah, we are fighting because we got told to fight by the Han Emperor.
Now let us go. We will show them by horseback what it is to be a true warrior.
Yes, a true warrior of the One Kingdoms right now. Although I don't think we actually get 1,000 kills in this mission, mostly because we don't really have, we are only going to be here for 10 minutes, so. Woo. Not even 10 minutes, actually. So, one of the big things that I'm not going to be showing off is the fact that, well, a majority of the characters that we'll be using are max level and happen to have almost max stats, and that is because I've got, as I mentioned last time, somewhere between 101 plus hours in this game across two different systems. I am in fact a Dynasty Warriors fanboy. It's supposed to be embarrassing to me to admit that, but no, screw you. Dynasty Warriors is fun. Now, I did not bring up last time that we are actually going to be playing this run on normal difficulty, and effectively, what the difficulty slider does in this game is it pretty much determines how much of the combat system you get to interact with. On normal, the combat system is about how it's supposed to be. On hard, the combat system is significantly more punishing than I like it to be, but still actually doable, especially when we have maxed out characters. And on Nightmare, don't play on Nightmare, please. I mean, mode. there are people that play on Nightmare and have a lot of fun doing it. These people confuse me. Mostly because if you screw up on Nightmare and get juggled by peons, you die. Because peons do, what's a 3-digit number bigger than 100, Mr. Cloud?
102.
102 times normal damage. And by that I mean 102 times normal mode damage.
Well, you'd think that they would start attacking if they could see how fast I'm riding my horse at them.
Thankfully, it takes a while. At least it takes a while for the peons to get into a normal attacking positions. But on hard and Nightmare, officers and named units specifically are always ready for you. To the point where one of the big issues in the older Dynasty Warrior games on the higher difficulties was the fact that archers could blindside you. And some of them may not even be on screen for you to interact with. I remember that being a huge problem in Dynasty Warriors 4.
That projectile throwers remain everybody's least favorite enemy.
Well, not throwers, honestly, because mages have never honestly been that big of a problem until Dynasty Warriors 5, and the only mages that were a problem in that game were the ice mages, and even then only on the higher difficulties. Archers in 4 are absolutely annoying, specifically because they get to attack you, assuming that they are, loaded in, they can attack you wherever they are. Bows do not care about physical obstacles. It's actually one of the terrible things about Dynasty Warriors 9, come to think of it. The fact that you can use your bow and arrow skills to, just sit back and kill literally everything. But that's another reason why Dynasty Warriors 9 is terrible and why we shouldn't be going into it.
The narrative intimidation has already begun, and I'm not even really sure how we're having these communications. This is like, it feels like around 400 BC.
Oh, no, this is earlier than 400 BC. We right now, I think, are in 183 BC? Yeah, I think we're right now in 183 BC. So what's technically happening is that after each successful mission and/or raid, we're supposed to be going back to the main camp and relaying our successes to the people in charge. Except soon Jian is one of the people in charge, so he doesn't need to do that.
Somebody get over here and protect me.
Protect me, please. That's
I honestly really like Sun Jian's 9-ring blade, specifically the ring projectiles that it does on each of its normal sword swings. I honestly think that the graphical effect and the gameplay feel of the gimmick, because it is a gimmick, it doesn't actually do all that much, is really cool. The 9-rings blade weapons are honestly really cool scimitars.
Run!
I forget what the hypothetical in this mission is. I think you as the player character have to take down both Ma Dai and Ma Chao within a minute of them showing up on the battlefield, which is totally doable, especially if you're maxed out, but it's not really worth it, because the hypothetical landing for this mission, I think, just makes it so that Sun Jian specifically can appear as an additional unit later on in the campaign. If you successfully get all the hypothetical routes on the campaign, then you get to take the hypothetical route towards the latter half, and the latter half of the campaign, specifically hypothetical, has your kingdom specifically win the War of the Three Kingdoms.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I promised too many people that I would survive this battle, so I guess this is
You get interesting side scenarios with it, though.
I want everyone that opposes me immediately put to death. All units, advance on the enemy main camp.
All right,
Dong has sent his forces.
Yeah, we're supposed to escort Dong Zhuo, but I, being a player on normal mode, think, you know what? I shouldn't have to do that because Dong Zhuo is an asshole. So, plus Sun Ce's right there. He should be able to hold off Ma Chao, right? But
Yes,
I really shoot. Yep, there, Ma Chao's down. All right, thanks, Sun Ce.
Morale decreased. No.
Yes, you see the large blue bar on the top right hand of the screen, Mr. Cloud.
Was that willingness to fight?
That is our morale gauge. We are blue and our opponents are red. I don't know what the hell a maxed out red morale gauge actually does for our opponents. Maxed out blue makes it so that our friendly officers don't ever need rescuing, but that's about it.
Well, that's because the other team's forces always need rescuing.
Yes, always.
Always. See, if the reverse was true, everybody would be crying for help. It's just saying, nope. A lot of enemies over here.
Is the thing that I have always fucking ignored. It's important to understand what the morale system is and does on the higher difficulties, but shit. I have never bothered to figure it out. And I honestly am not going to start now.
Right,
the attack we just did with Sun Jian was our Musou attack, also known as the special attack. It may look really basic, but earlier on in your playthroughs, the elemental advantages of the Musou attacks are really important. Specifically, a majority of the Wu faction gets fire as an elemental trigger. And fire is just factually the best elemental trigger in the game.
Oh, because humans are made of flesh, and flesh cooks nicely on rotisserie with a little stir-fry sauce.
Actually, humans could much nicer if they're in the air, and that's what fire does. Fire keeps the enemy taking a small damage over time as long as they are airborne.
Because heat rises.
Yeah. Yeah, we are getting to the point where Sunsei is actually going to start his first act as ruler of Wu.
Not the Imperial Seal. It saved his life.
Yeah, but that's all it's done. You know, it's just a symbol. And it's not even a very worthwhile symbol as long as the Han Empire is in power, which it technically still is.
What is it that I even live for? Mad bitches, sir? Nay, I've had too many bitches. I am quite full now. I am all set.
I think this episode, in this mission, we'll be playing as Zhou Yu, right? Yep, we're playing as Zhou Yu. Zhou Yu's
I'm gonna show you.
Zhou Yu's staff weapon is honestly really fucking cool. Specifically, his C5. And in the next episode, we'll get to show that off.